Welcome back to our channel. Today is a beautiful day, but honestly, the atmosphere in general right now is so gloomy and chaotic that I'm still struggling to catch my breath. Viewers will be surprised by the close relationship between Kane and Holden. Can they work together to defeat Victor? What consequences do you think Victor deserves? Does Kane even know what he's doing? Oh my god, I can't even deal right now. Okay, but listen. You guys know I have been saying for literal weeks that Kane Ashby was going to completely snap, right? I was eating dinner and literally choked when this scene happened. Had to pause and text my friend immediately because the audacity of this episode is completely off the charts. We all knew Kane was absolutely furious about Lily faking the kidnapping with Victor. Like, Nikki Newman dropped that massive truth bomb on him, and we knew he was going to retaliate in a big way. But I honestly didn't think he would go full mafia boss. The scorched earth era of Kane Ashby is officially upon us, and I'm screaming. Wait, did I already say that? Whatever. Anyway, let's rewind a second because before we get to Kane's absolute villain era, we have to talk about the total mess happening over at Crimson Lights. So, Audra Charles and Noah Newman. At this point I'm yelling at my screen. Why are they even talking? They bump into each other, and suddenly they're agreeing that it would be so great if they could just move past all the weirdness. Like, what? You don't just move past a deeply toxic history like that. But they sit down, and they start reminiscing about the past like they are old friends catching up. And it gets deep. Like, really, really deep. They actually bring up Audra's miscarriage. Which is insane, by the way, because that is such heavy, devastating emotional trauma. And suddenly the entire vibe of the coffee house completely shifts. Noah, being the soft, protective guy he is, reaches over and holds Audra's hand. He holds her hand, my jaw dropped. I was like, NOH, what are you doing? Why would he do that? You have a whole girlfriend who is already spiraling into massive paranoia about Matt Clark in Las Vegas, and you're holding your toxic ex's hand in the middle of a public coffee shop. The absolute lack of situational awareness is staggering. And of course, because the soap gods love maximum chaos, who walks in at that exact second? Sienna Bacall. I literally stopped breathing. I'm dead. Sienna has been going through absolute hell lately, okay? She just got a terrifying, mocking text from Matt Clark on her brand new phone number. She thinks the whole Vegas trip is a decoy. She is terrified for Nick Newman, who is currently spiraling into a fentanyl addiction. And now she walks into Crimson Lights and sees her boyfriend holding hands with Audra Charles. The absolute terror and jealousy that must have spiked through her veins in that moment. I can't even imagine. The tension in this scene, guys, was so thick you could choke on it. Sienna walks up, and the fake politeness is honestly a masterclass in passive aggression. They are both smiling, those tight, forced, fake smiles, acting like everything is totally fine and normal. Oh hey Audra, so nice to see you. Oh hey Sienna, just catching up. Fake, fake, fake. But Sienna is not playing games today. She immediately goes into full territorial mode. She starts aggressively cuddling and kissing Noah right there in front of Audra. Just completely marking her territory like a neon sign. It was so uncomfortable to watch, but honestly so iconic. Audra is just forced to sit there and watch Sienna practically climb Noah to prove a point. The audacity. Not okay. I'm done. Actually, wait. I forgot to mention earlier, but Audra is literally supposed to be distracting Kyle Abbott right now. Holden Novak desperately wants Audra to keep Kyle away from Claire Newman, but Audra is out here getting distracted by her ex-boyfriend. So after Sienna does her whole aggressive PDA routine and finally pulls Noah away from the table, Holden shows up out of nowhere, and he is mad. He is so mad. Holden walks right up to Audra and starts scolding her like she's a child. He's like, why are you pining after Noah Newman? You have a specific job to do. But then Holden drops a massive, atomic bomb that left me entirely speechless. He looks at Audra, his face gets super serious, and he expresses this deep, genuine concern that Sienna knows exactly what happened in Los Angeles. Lol, what happened in LA? I am literally pulling my hair out trying to figure out what this LA secret is. Did they commit a crime? Did they scam someone? Holden is genuinely terrified that Sienna has dirt on them that could ruin everything. But Audra just smirks and brushes it off like it's absolutely nothing. She is so smug and unbothered. She needs to get it together, I swear. Mark my words, this LA secret is going to end badly. Okay, where was I right? So Sienna and Noah. After they leave Audra in the dust, Sienna is still clearly spiraling out of control. She plays it cool on the surface, but you can tell her brain is running a million miles a minute and she is plotting. She turns to Noah and casually suggests that they should swap stories about their pasts with Audra sometime. Oh, she is fishing. She is digging for dirt so hard. Sienna knows something is off, and she is deeply paranoid that Audra is going to drag Noah back into her toxic web. Honestly, I don't blame her for being insecure, but Sienna is already dealing with so much terrifying Matt Clark drama. She does not need to be starting a full-blown war with Audra Charles. She is risking her own relationship and safety just to be petty, and it is stressing me out so much. But okay, let's get to the absolute main event, the craziest part of the episode. The part that had me literally jumping off my couch and screaming at the television. Kane Ashby. So, Kane is out on the patio, looking like a literal supervillain plotting his next dark move. He's reeling from the fact that Lily and Victor faked a kidnapping, traumatized his kids, and used his agonizing pain to steal Chancellor Industries. Devin already yelled at Lily. Nate is completely disgusted with her, but Kane isn't just going to yell. He is going to systematically destroy everything. Holden walks out onto the patio to meet him. Yes, Kane and Holden, the crossover we didn't know we needed but absolutely deserve. Kane looks at Holden and straight up admits that he has a mission for him. A local mission right here in town. And Kane doesn't sugarcoat it at all. He literally tells Holden that things are going to get incredibly messy. He's like, this is going to be dangerous. It's going to be ugly. Are you willing to get your hands dirty? It was so intense, I could literally feel the chill through the screen. Holden, being the absolute ruthless mercenary that he is, doesn't even blink. He basically says he doesn't care how messy or illegal it gets as long as the pay is good. He just wants to know who the target is. Who are they going up against? I was literally holding my breath at this point. I knew what he was going to say. I could feel it in my bones, but hearing it out loud was just chills. Literal chills all over my body. Kane looks him dead in the eye, promises that the job pays extremely well, and asks, are you okay with going up against Victor Newman? Oh my god, Victor Newman, I screamed. I literally screamed so loud my dog jumped. Kane Ashby is hiring Holden Novak to go after the mustache. This is insane. Victor is already fighting a massive war on like 50 different fronts right now. He kidnapped Jack Abbott on an abandoned yacht, and leased the completely unhinged Patty Williams to drug him. Nikki is plotting a hostile corporate takeover with Jack. Diane is furious. Victoria is blindly defending him, making everyone sick. And now Kane is sending a literal hitman fixer after him. And don't even get me started on that Victor honestly deserves every single bit of this karma coming his way. He thought he could just play God with everyone's lives, faking kidnappings, drugging people, stealing companies, and demanding loyalty like a tyrant, but he completely underestimated Kane. Lily completely broke Kane when she teamed up with Victor. The fact that Lily sat down with the man who terrorized her family for decades, just to extort Kane. It snapped something deep inside Kane's soul. He is methodical, he is angry, and he is going scorched earth. And using Holden, that is so incredibly smart but so dangerous. I can't breathe just thinking about the fallout. Holden is already tangled up in so much drama. He's working with Audra. He's trying to manipulate Kyle and Claire. There's this weird dark LA secret with Sienna hanging over his head. And now he's working as a hired gun for Kane to take down Victor Newman. It's too much. My brain is completely short-circuiting. If Victor finds out Kane hired Holden, Victor will absolutely crush them both without a second thought. But Victor is so distracted right now. He thinks he's invincible because he got Newman Enterprises back from Phyllis, but he doesn't realize that literally everyone in Genoa City is plotting his absolute downfall right now. I'm calling it now. This is going to be the biggest explosion Genoa City has ever seen. What is Kane's actual plan? Is Holden going to sabotage Victor's business from the inside? Is he going to dig up more criminal dirt? Is he going to physically threaten him? And what happens when Lily finds out that her ex-husband is hiring dangerous mercenaries to destroy the man she just sold her soul to? Lily is going to lose her mind. She thought she won, but she is about to lose everything. I am so emotionally invested in this storyline it is actually unhealthy. I need the next episode right now immediately. YNR is feeding us so well with all these interconnected plots, from Nick spiraling in Vegas with Matt Clark, to the Abbott family completely falling apart over Patty, to this new Kane and Holden alliance. I am honestly exhausted just talking about it, but I can't stop. It is literally the best television right now. Let me know what you guys think because I am losing my mind over here and I need to know I'm not the only one screaming at my screen. On my channel, I always seek content inspiration for each video by compiling short video clips to analyze and offer my personal opinions. This channel specializes in analyzing, theorizing, and discussing plot points in the Young and the Restless series from the perspective of a longtime fan. Through this, viewers can gain deeper, more objective, and more interesting perspectives. Subscribe to the channel to stay updated on the latest news about the Young and the Restless series.